Welcome back to My Fault, where we are a little bit too interested in plane crash documentaries. Today, I have decided to put myself through the torture, through the absolute pain of watching all 5 Twilight movies back to back to back to back to back. But before I began, I set a couple of ground rules for myself. Rule 1 is that I must be paying attention throughout the entirety of the movies, and if I have to leave the room for any reason at all, I must pause the movie. To ensure that, I put in place rule number 2. After the fact, I must pass a test that asks about the basics of Twilight. Rule 3 is that I'm going to rank each movie right after I watch it, and at the end I'm going to show you my complete ranking of all the movies. But yeah, let's see if I can survive this. Before we get started though, I gotta change into something a little bit more comfortable than this. While you're waiting, here's a sneak peek to the end to see what kind of physical changes I incur during this challenge. That's better. Well, here's how my day started out. It's currently 8:15 a.m. I can't believe I woke up and got ready just to watch Twilight for 10 hours, but got the first movie ready. The first movie went by pretty fast because I had never seen the movies before and I actually got a little bit invested in it. I could see why teenage girls like this movie. Within the first 30 minutes, I'm already extremely uncomfortable. Edward was being really weird and I didn't know how to feel about it. I don't know if I should be embarrassed to say this, but I actually kind of enjoyed the first movie. Here's my reaction right after finishing the first movie. So I just finished the first Twilight movie, and I don't really know how to feel. I'm kind of at loss for words, but my overall rating of the movie, I give it a solid, let's do a baseline 7.8. But yeah, right now I'm Team Edward. Jacob didn't really make much of an appearance in this one, so we'll see in the next one. I saw on the cover of the next one that he gets a haircut, which he desperately needs. Here's some proof to show what I'm saying here is true. Because I mean, look at that. That is maybe the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. For some reason, they were playing baseball in this one. I was really confused at that part. Overall cringe rating, probably about an 8. Let's go to the second movie. I'm scared. The second movie was definitely my least favorite out of the 5. I was just really confused the whole time about the plot, and nothing really exciting happened during the entire movie. Out of all the movies, I really struggled to get through this one the most. I just finished the second movie. I'm holding on strong right now. I'm starting to get a little tired, so hopefully I can push through. But this movie wasn't as good as the first one. I'd rate this one probably a 5.8. I wasn't too impressed. I am currently still Team Edward. Jacob was kind of too sassy for me in that movie. I started this thing where every time Jacob is shirtless, I count the abs, and dude has an 8-pack. How can I look like Taylor Lautner? But yeah, it's time to start the third movie. At this point, I was struggling because I had already watched over 4 hours of Twilight. But it did help that this was the best movie I had watched so far. I just finished the third Twilight movie. It's currently 2:52 p.m. Please send help. That movie was probably the best so far. I'd probably give that one an 8.1. It was pretty solid. I'm currently still Team Edward. Jacob's too whiny for me still. Oh, so one thing I wanted to talk about, Bella's a little cheater. She literally told Edward that she would marry him, and then like later that day was kissing up on Jacob. She told Jacob to kiss her. What is that? I am not a Bella fan. I'm Team Edward, then Team Jacob, and then I'm not even Team Bella. Time for the fourth movie. 4 more hours. I've never in my life witnessed a movie that started off so good and so horribly. I mean, at the end, I was so scarred, I didn't even want to continue watching these. This movie started off with Bella and Edward getting married, which is all great and everything. But at the end, Bella's giving birth to this weird vampire human baby, and it is truly one of the most disgusting things I've watched. Edward and Jacob just did a C-section on Bella, and there's blood and guts everywhere, and I'm extremely uncomfortable. I don't really like this very much. They're sticking needles in her now. Oh, she gone. I just finished the 4th movie and I don't want to be here anymore. That movie started out fine, but then it got really weird towards the end. So I'll probably give that one a 7. Still better than the second one, because the second one sucked. You know, I think I'm transitioning to Team Jacob right now. Well, we'll have to see in this last movie, but that movie I'm giving it Team Jacob. I just didn't appreciate all the blood and guts. I'm just ready to be done with this. I've been watching Twilight for over 8 hours now. It's currently 4:50 p.m. Been watching since 8:15 this morning. I didn't record very much during this movie, but what I can say is I was extremely exhausted and extremely impressed. This was the best one by far. I finally finished. I've been watching Twilight for over 10 hours. For that last movie, best one by far. I'm gonna have to give that last one like a 9.4. I'm probably gonna have to go Team Edward overall for all of these movies. Team Edward right here. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go outside and touch grass for the first time today. But first, I gotta go test my Twilight knowledge. I didn't take the quiz that same day because if I thought any more about Twilight that day, I would have stuck a corn dog stick in my eye. But I took the test and obviously I had to do BuzzFeed for this quiz. But I got the score I was just about expecting. Don't come at me. 70% is passing. Right after this, I decided to do another BuzzFeed quiz that would tell me which character I am, and I absolutely hated the results. How am I her? She's like the worst character. Here are my final rankings. Breaking Dawn Part 2 absolutely has my heart. If you liked me putting myself through torture in this video, go like it and I'll do something else like it. This sucked, but I hope it was entertaining. See y'all in the next one.